Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to the latest from Madein. This is Love Afraid. In the reaction video at the beginning I stated why I wasn't initially gonna react to this content and why I eventually decided to do that. So if you want to hear all of that reasoning, make sure you check out the reaction video. Also, if you want to see the reactions to their previous content for Dopamine and Dadarita, those are over on the Patreon. Link to Uno's reaction will be up at the end of this video, though. But if you want to see just a reaction, also go check out the reaction video. This video is the breakdown where we're going to talk more about what I see that I think is worth mentioning in the video and my interpretation of the lyrics. So let's get it. All right, so we've got English subtitles, but I'm going to follow along with the lyrics over here so that I can kind of take paragraphs or verses as a whole. Okay, so I mentioned in the reaction that this is very like a dreamy type of sound to open up. It's like it's got a little bit of reverb on it. We saw the shooting star here at the beginning over here on the left. I didn't realize there were lyrics here though. Okay, so a couple of quick things. One, the lyrics over here are slightly different. Here we have "My heart bursts to infinity." Over here we have "My heart bursts endlessly." Very similar meaning, so I think we're still safe over here, but I just wanted to point out that if I'm not saying exactly what the subtitles are saying, there's a reason for that. Also, video-wise, we have... They're all looking at... Well, actually, I don't know what they're looking at. Okay, they're looking at the sign, which, of course, is the Love Afraid sign. But then there's also this sign below it that says Crossroads. And anytime we think of a crossroads, it means you have a choice to make. And then we have one of them in the crosshairs, right? So this is like a scope, someone taking aim at them, and they're in the middle of the sights. Ooh, hold up, that was smooth. Like they all look back at the camera and to what I assume is us or the target of who they're singing about. But then we go through this lens flare, and was that like an eyeball? I'm trying to like... It goes by too quick. I guess I could hit, slow it down, but no. Okay, it's not an eye. I thought the way we came through it was like going through the iris and the pupil, but it's not. So yes, I was taking aim with that pistol. Okay, so verse 1. Oh my, when I look at you, a strange attraction, but my body is moving. Now, here we had a different line. What did she say? An unfamiliar attraction. So again, pretty similar. So oh why does my heart keep leaning towards you? I panic, it doesn't go away. So it seems that we're talking not just about love, obviously, but or it doesn't even have to be love at this point. It could just be, again, attraction, which they've stated. But I think we're getting more towards... They say unfamiliar here, and it could be something that's genuinely scaring them, like a toxic attraction, or it could be something that's scaring them as in like they are afraid of how deep they're getting. Not quite sure. We'll follow along to see where this goes, But yeah, why does my heart keep leaning towards you? It's like they know they shouldn't, which makes me think more towards toxic. Um, and they panic, right? We've got the love and afraid in the song title. They panic, but this attraction doesn't go away. So, or here in the subtitles, it's out of my control. Like it's destined. Okay, so actually I wanna look at the video here. We'll go over the pre-chorus here in just a minute, but okay, it's out of my control, right? We got that. Choreo, we're doing like a beating down punching motion when we sing Punch Drunk in Love. Okay, nice emphasis there. In a state of lovesick or love sickness. We'll talk about that in a second. Choreo wise, you notice the quick motion here. It's like they're saying they're crazy. Very apropos for being lovesick. And we got the heart ring there. More symbolism. We've got the red rose. These aren't roses, I don't think. Actually, no, they are. They're just really... Okay, anyway, I'm not sure what these flowers are. Are they pink roses? I don't know. But either way, we always associate red roses with love or passion. We're looking at a CRTV monitor, though, and I'm not sure what we're going on here. So when they sang Dangerous Sign, everything changed, right? Look at this. So we've got these kind of lighter colors. And then everything goes like this darker green. And then we get sucked in. And whether it's a game or a show, whatever, we get sucked in through the screen. Okay, so let's talk about the actual words here and why some of that imagery matters. So the Punch Drunk in Love, we covered that with the choreo. Falling into love sickness. If you're lovesick, you are tending to, you might lose yourself in this process. Your feelings are constantly dwelling on that person. Your thoughts are dwelling on that person. Everything that you do kind of, I don't know, either comes from or relates to that person in some way. These are generalizations, not, of course, everyone and every time. All day long, there you go. In front of me, it's only you. So literally all they're thinking about is this person. It doesn't mean they're physically in front of them. It means this person is all they're thinking about. A dangerous sign, but I'm drawn to it anyway. And when they said I'm drawn to it anyway, that's when we actually get pulled in through the screen. So can't help but being drawn to you. We get sucked in here. And now here, it's like they are looking through what would amount to being a filter. So it's kind of distorting their image of the other person through here. But also, it's like this hypnosis almost. Like they can only focus on the other person through there. And then Yeso is like, she's not the one singing according to this. This is Nagomi singing, but she is, what is she taking aim at? The chandelier? I'm not really sure what we're shooting a chandelier for, but we take the aim and we shoot, and then this explosion or this crystallized shattering happens, and it's a nice transition as we go into the next scene. But it's almost like, I don't know, like this love is gonna hurt. It's almost like being shot. That's what I'm getting from that scene. Okay, by the way, the girl singing here is Suye. So yeah, really enjoy her voice. This part right here, I mentioned in the reaction that there was a part that I kind of thought, I'm not sure if that really quite fits. And this is it. It's where like we're going from this already lovely chorus, melodic, and then we're pitching up to a post-chorus. It's not that it doesn't flow. It's just, I don't know. It's not, for me, it doesn't quite fit. I think isolated, the pitch up would be fine, but the way it flows from the chorus just feels weird for me. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. All right, so she's writing siren on the mirror here with the lipstick. I think we might get something about that in the next verse. So yeah, I'm looking ahead, and there is a line about sirens in here. But the post-chorus was, without you, I can't do anything. This is what I've become. So again, we play back on that love sickness where like this person is all they can think about and all their thoughts and actions are dwelling on. So if you take that away, then it's like all their thoughts and their actions are spent thinking about and trying to get back to that person in some way. Hitting them with the surrender. Stop, don't shoot. I love the way she pronounced dizzy, by the way. But also, this love is spicy just makes me think of Espa now. Okay, hold on. We got verse 2 here, because apparently we're into a pre-chorus again. So verse 2, I gotta move something around here because it popped up with like an ad right over the lyrics. My bad. Okay, so a dizzy stance, an unstable pace. It feels like something big is about to happen. So you could think of it in a way of toxic. Remember we mentioned toxicity earlier. It could almost be like a poison. They're drugged, or it could just literally be talking about anticipation and that love sickness that they're going through. I can't stop this strange emotion as a trap. So they know whether it's toxic or not. They know that they probably should get out, but they can't. They're trapped. My mind is captured. This love is spicy. You're making me dizzy. My heart keeps running towards you. The sirens grow clearer. Okay, so we did see or hear the sirens part, and then we saw that in the mirror. The sirens here, I'm pretty sure talking about like alarms in their head telling them like this isn't good. You got to get away from this. But they're, again, they're trapped. They're not going anywhere. Now here, I like this scene because we've got this, we see this type of image a lot where the person is standing there. Usually it's not against a heart. It's usually, I don't know, like a target or something like that. But we see somebody either throwing or shooting at the person who's standing there. And we constantly, at least in these type of images, we see them miss. And this is sort of indicative of, yes, they are kind of facing this love attack almost, and it's hitting the heart, but it's not hitting them, so it's not quite like penetrating all the way to her soul, I guess. But you notice all these arrows are just piercing the heart. You know, she's taking shot after shot here. And the line stimulating love toxic. So you could even consider these arrows as something, you know, painful, right? But they're going through the heart, symbolizing that love. We constantly see the image of Cupid and Cupid's arrow. We also had that flame transition. Alright, so here we see that missed arrow or that missed shot, but it still hits the heart. And she's looking concerned, right? So she knows it's getting closer and closer to hitting her, but it's still affecting her heart. Also, when I see this image, it makes me think of the music video from CLC for Devil, where they're throwing darts at her and like that they've missed, but then that one, she ends up having to catch it because it would have hit her. It would have been really cool to see that same type of shot where all these arrows have missed and then the other one's like coming straight for her and she does some Scorpion King shit and catches it. All right, so here, you know, they're driving along, and then she basically puts it into overdrive. She's like, "We're not." Remember, we talked about the crossroads. You've got a choice to make, and we see this whole like fear or being afraid aspect, but now it's like I'm not gonna be afraid. I'm going straight forward as fast as I can, even though it's painful for herself. We see the helmet. You got the Madein license plate. But pre-chorus and interlude here, even louder now, this stimulating love is toxic. Love is an irony with no cure. Irony because it's both, it's almost like a blessing and a curse. Blessing because obviously you feel that joy, and if it's a positive love, you feel warm, fuzzy, you feel cared for. But it's also something you have to work at, something you have to dedicate time and effort to. And then if it's toxic, obviously it can be painful too. A dangerous sign, but I'm drawn to it anyway. No one can stop me. Take me, oh my. So no one can stop me is when she throws it into overdrive and we just speed off. Actually, I'm not sure. Is that where... No, she does that in the interlude. Never mind. What's going on when they say no one can stop me? Oh, okay. That's just where she's shooting the arrow. Okay. So, as massive as this love grows, can we last forever? Loving you keeps making my days harder. So... you know, I talked about the good and the bad for this. Hold up. What does this say? I have no idea what that says. Never mind. Wait a second. What? Did that have something on the helmet? For a second, I thought that said Kepler, which would have been a really cool little Easter egg, but it does not. I can't tell quite what it does say, but I don't think it says Kepler. It looks like it might be the name of the brand of helmet manufacturer, but I don't know. I'd have to look more into it. You got one of them looking like indifferent, one daydreaming. I mentioned in the reaction that this transition here, choreography, was really smooth. I like how the back members step forward and she steps back and they all end up in this perfect line. Very nice. That took a lot of practice, I'm sure. Nice member shines. Okay, so before we get to the final chorus and post-chorus, the bridge is the last new thing we've got. So, my growing emotions, I can never turn back. So, we've already talked about how there's no cure for this, essentially. It's too late. They're in too deep. They can't turn back, you know, the hands of time. They can't fall in love. But trapped inside of you forever. So, they talked about how they knew it was a trap, but now they're trapped anyway and they can't get out. I'm slowly getting addicted to this sacrifice. So if you're slowly getting addicted to the sacrifice, it means that they know that they're giving up at least part of themselves. And at this point, like, it's almost like a Stockholm syndrome. Like, they're prisoners, but they enjoy being prisoners of this love. They hit him with the little Michael Jackson lean. Then here at the end, they're no longer in the crosshairs. It's like they're making the star, and the aim is right in the middle of, I don't know if that's supposed to represent maybe that person would fill that spot, or if it means they've kind of broken out of being the target and now they're embracing it. I'm not really quite sure what this last shot means, but it definitely means something. Alright guys, that was Love Afraid from Madein. A lot to unpack with that one, but overall enjoyed it quite a bit. And again, if you want to see the initial stuff that Madein did, it's over on the Patreon as far as my reactions, so feel free to check that stuff out. Also, shout out to the patrons. Thank you guys for all your support. And if you want to get any requests done, make sure you check out the Patreon subscribers, get access to things that I can't put here, as well as those guaranteed prioritized requests that get sent to the top of the queue every month. And of course, if you don't want to go through Patreon to get all those benefits, but you want to make requests, there's a PayPal link down there as well. But that's everything. So if you enjoyed, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell to enable your notifications, and I will catch you for Saturn a little bit later. Take care, everybody.